If you're planning to buy a 4-season tent, this is probably going to be one of the most useful videos you're going to watch. We've created this video with the sole purpose of helping you choose the best 4-season tent for your adventures within, say, around 5 minutes or so. Don't make this mistake when you're going in for a 4-season tent. This is a pro tip. So whenever you're thinking that you need a 4-season tent, make sure that a 3-season tent is actually not what you need. A 3-season tent is perfect for using in mild, good weather, summer, spring, fall. These 3 seasons. And they have great ventilation and they are very lightweight. 4-season tents are meant more for the winter time, where there's snowfall, there's heavy snowfall, there's heavy rain, it's very cold. That is why 4-season tents are essentially used when you want to camp either during heavy winters or in higher altitudes. And these 4-season tents have stronger poles. They also have weather shielding designs, which makes them heavier. So make sure that what you're looking for is not a 3-season tent, but a 4-season tent. Only then go in for it. We'll be comparing 5 of the best 4-season tents right now, side by side, together. The Hyperlite Mountain Gear Ulta-Mid 2, the Samaya 2.0, the MSR Access 2, the Nemo Kunai, and the Mountain Hardwear Trango 2. We'll break down their features, discuss their pros and cons, and by the end of the video, you will know which tent is perfectly suited for you. Let's start with the weight and portability, 2 extremely important factors for backpackers and mountaineers. If you're looking for the lightest option, it'll be the Ulta-Mid 2, which weighs just 18.85 ounces. It's made from Dyneema fabric, because of which it has very less weight and it's also pretty strong. It's perfect if you want something really light, but it compromises on a little bit of convenience because of its single wall design. Next, we have the Samaya 2.0, which comes at 3.61 pounds. It's pretty lightweight, but is extremely durable and weather resistant. But that also means that it has a slightly higher price than the others. Up next, we have the MSR Access 2 and the Nemo Kunai, both of which weigh around 4 pounds, and they're a little heavier, and if you're okay with that, you get some excellent features and great convenience. And last up is the Mountain Hardwear Trango 2. That weighs 9 pounds. That's quite a bit, but it's ideal if you're going for extreme conditions. This is a tent that can withstand all kinds of weather. So it's going to be heavier, but it's going to be fantastically durable and weather resistant. Here's another pro tip. Make sure you choose the right poles for your tent. They are either going to be fiberglass or aluminum. Now, fiberglass is good for calm, good weather. They will not take very extreme winds or weather. So they are affordable, they are cheaper, and they also break more easily. So if you're going to do camping in some place where there's extreme weather, there's heavy snow, there's a lot of wind, then make sure you buy aluminum poles for your tent. Because the aluminum poles are lighter, stronger, and they're much more durable. They will withstand all kinds of weather. Now it's time to talk about weather resistance, which is one of the main reasons you're buying a 4-season tent. So when it comes to weather resistance, there is a clear winner, and it's the Mountain Hardwear Trango 2. This tent is perfect for extreme weather, and it has proved itself in places like Mount Everest and Denali. It's ideal for heavy snow, strong winds, extreme weather, high altitude expeditions. This is the one to go in for. This Samaya 2.0 is also great. It's got Dyneema and nano-vent fabrics, which makes it very weather resistant. It excels in harsh conditions. It's made to withstand heavy rain and snow, and it maintains good ventilation even in these conditions, which is a problem with single wall tents. The Hyperlite Ulta-Mid 2 is also pretty good in most conditions. It can withstand rain and cold, but it has a single wall design. It has a pyramid shape and it uses Dyneema fabric, so it's good in terms of weather resistance. But if it's humid, there'll be condensation on the wall. And finally, the MSR Access 2 and the Nemo Kunai. They will do well in different conditions, but they are not made for extreme weather. And next, we are going to look at space, the amount of space you have inside the tents. And the clear winner is the Mountain Hardwear Trango 2, which has more than enough space for 2 people, and also storage space, vestibules, and other areas where you can keep your gear. It's an excellent choice for longer trips, where comfort and organizing your gear is very important. The Samaya 2.0 and the Ulta-Mid 2 are more compact and functional. They are great for slightly lighter expeditions. This Samaya has a narrow width and space-saving design, which is all about reducing weight, so you might not get a lot of space. The Hyperlite Ulta-Mid 2 has a pyramid shape design, so you get good headroom, but you don't have a lot of space inside it. The MSR Access 2 and the Nemo Kunai kind of give a good balanced approach to space. They both provide a reasonable space for 2 people and their gear. However, we feel that the Nemo Kunai's single door and vestibule might be a little restrictive in extreme weather. Next up, we're going to discuss ventilation, which is an important factor, especially when it comes to single wall design. The Samaya 2.0 and the Ulta-Mid 2, the Hyperlite Ulta-Mid 2, both address this with peak vents, moisture wicking fabrics. However, since they are single wall designs, they inherently face some problems, especially in humid conditions. The MSR Access 2 and the Nemo Kunai are double wall tents, so they handle condensation much better. Multiple vents in the Nemo Kunai and a breathable mesh in the MSR Access make them useful in varied weather conditions. The Mountain Hardwear Trango 2 has a large ceiling vent and a rainfly window, which makes it do pretty well in different conditions when it comes to ventilation and condensation. Here's another awesome pro tip that only experts will know, as someone who has done a lot of hiking. If you are pitching a tent in really cold weather, where it gets really cold, the breathing inside the tent, whoever is inside the tent does, causes condensation on the walls of the tent. Because your breath is warm, the walls are very cold. So this condensation can turn into ice if the temperatures are low enough. What this does is that very soon the tent walls become wet. In fact, this can fall on your gear and make your gear wet too. So it's very important to have a tent that has enough ventilation. It has to have a vent on the top. This will make sure there is enough airflow, and it will prevent the dreaded indoor rain, in which the condensation turns into ice or snow, or even so much of water that it falls on you, makes you wet, makes your sleeping bag wet, makes your gear wet, which is highly avoidable. So remember this if you're going to do camping in extreme winter weather or in very high altitudes, that the condensation has to be taken care of through vents in the tent, especially towards the top. Finally, let's look at the price and the value of these 4-season tents. The most affordable one is a Nemo Kunai at $384. It's a very affordable and robust option for someone who is budget conscious but wants solid quality. Next is the MSR Access 2, which gives you versatility and very good quality without breaking the bank. It's just $399 right now. The Hyperlite Ulta-Mid 2 is priced at $699. It gives you better features, better materials, but slightly more expensive than the others. Then coming in at $900 is the Mountain Hardwear Trango 2 4-season tent. Now this one is worth every cent if you're planning to go camping in extreme weather, extreme conditions, if you have a high altitude expedition, or anything that will have you facing extremely tough weather conditions. And finally, we have the Samaya 2.0, which is at $1,100, and it's for the serious adventurers who want ultra light materials, cutting edge features and materials, and great performance. So which tent is going to be right for you? If weight and ultra light performance is important for you, then your choice is clearly the Hyperlite Ulta-Mid 2 and the Samaya 2.0. For extreme weather conditions and high altitude expeditions, the Mountain Gear Trango 2 is the clear choice. And if you want a versatile, reasonably priced tent, then the Nemo Kunai and the MSR Access 2 are good choices for you. After looking at all the tents that we checked out in this video, we felt that the tent that was at the right point of price and features and durability was the MSR Access 2. We think it's going to be best for most adventurers. It's light, it handles varied weather conditions, and it's not very expensive. But the one tent that is best for you is the one which suits your needs. So check them all out, check out the features, and see which one is going to fit your needs the best. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that we can come up with more videos like this for you. Do leave your comments in the comment section below, and Up on Top will be back with more.